Hello friends, so today we are going to discuss the problem C of the latest Codeforces round 688, problem named triangles. So this problem is, I think so, relatively simple with respect to problem B, but the code part is a little bit difficult, but the problem statement and the logic, it's very simple with respect to problem B, which we have already discussed, so you can check that video out. So let's go over the problem statement. It states that you are given like a grid with numbers in it, numbers from 0 till 9, as you can see in this. And then what you can possibly do in this grid is you have to form triangles. Now for forming a triangle, you have to keep in mind of these constraints. The constraints are each vertex of the triangle is in the center of the cell. So okay, that's a simple logic. The digit of every vertex of the triangle is d. So like if you're forming a triangle with 2, then all the digits which you are taking as a triangle vertex should be 2. I'll make you understand more with the drawing. And at least one side of the triangle is parallel to another side of the board, like one side of the board. So as you can see, if this is if this is a board and there are different numbers in this board, so whatever triangle you will form, one of the side of the triangle should be parallel to any of this board sides. So it can be like this also, or it can be like this, any other triangle, but one side of this triangle should be parallel to one side of this board. Okay, also one thing is you have to maximize the area of this triangle. But one more problem, or one more thing like magic you can do in this problem is you can change one digit in this whole board according to your convenience. So you can take any number in this board and change it to any other digit, whatever you want, and then you have to form out the maximum triangle for every digit. So you have to print out 9 because there are possible 9 digits. For every digit, what will be the maximum triangle area you can form? So as you can see in this example, I will draw this example to even make it more clear. So let's draw this, only this part, then we'll talk about a very general case. So 0 0 1 2 2, okay, and then 0 0 1 0 0 1. Now as you can see, because there is no digit 3 4 5 6 7, for all of them the answer is 0 because there is no vertex. Okay, now for 0, if we are forming out the largest triangle with 0, what you can take here is you can take this as a vertex 1, this as a vertex, and this as a vertex, this. So this will form the largest triangle because these are the lengths which is the largest. So the maximum value you can get is half into base into height, which is the area of this triangle. But because in the question also it is given that you don't have to divide it by 2, just multiply it by 2. So the answer should be multiplied by 2, such that we don't have to divide this value. Maybe this value can become 3 into 3 and thus it will get into points. So for keeping that question out, we'll just have to multiply it by 2, such that we just have to return breadth into height. So we just have to calculate the breadth of this triangle and the height of this triangle. So the maximum area for 0 is, as you can see, this is 2, length is 2, this is 2, so 2 into 2 4. So for 0 the answer is 4. Okay, then let's think over some another problem. For 1, what is for 1 answer? Because this is 1 and this is 1, what is the best way possible? I can make this also 1, like this 1, and thus this will form a triangle because I can change one digit to whatever digit I want. So this is the height of this triangle. I'm taking this as a triangle because I have changed this to 1. So this is a triangle, this is the base, this is the height, and so the answer is this is also 2 into 2 because base is 2 and the height is 2. Okay, so for 0 is also 4, for 1 it's also 4, for 2, now calculate it for 2. So for 2, these are on the same line. I can either make this as 2, so this can form a triangle, or I can either make like this as 2, this can form a triangle, whatever you want. And the area for this is 1 length and 1 length, so 1 into 1, which is 1. So as you can see, for 0 it's 4, for 2 it's 4, for 1, and then there is all other zeros. So I hope you get the intuition, not intuition, but how this question is asking us to find out the areas. Now let us not see this example, but see a bigger picture of this problem. I'm not drawing out test cases because then it will be more difficult, but I will tell you how to visualize this problem. Okay, so let's see that there is a lot of numbers in this grid. Now what you can easily do in this problem is, what's the basic intuition in this problem is, I want to first make any edge of any line parallel to the board. Okay, so now let's assume that I have 7 here. Let's assume I have 7 here and I have also 7 here. Then I can so because I want to maximize the area, the base of this is this, base length is this, and if I want to maximize the height, maximizing height is always taking the other end at the boundary point, because if I take somewhere here, if I change some number here 7, then the height will not be the maximum. If I take this value, this will form the maximum 7 triangle. I hope you get the point. So I have two options. If I can either take some 7 here, maybe like there is 1 7 here, 1 7 here, then I can take this, I can change this number to 7 and this can form a triangle, but I don't know. So for every number I can have two, I can either decide the breadth and I can either decide the height. Okay, so for deciding the breadth and deciding the height, what I can do, I can find out what is the possible farthest point this number is present. What I mean by this is, I'll draw out this board again to even make it more clear. Let's draw out this board, and this is the board. Let's draw out this is n by n, but I'm drawing out more to even make it more clear. But this is not n, this is not n by n, so I can draw it like this, but in the problem it's n by n. But let's assume that we're just drawing it for the purpose of understanding the problem. So let's assume that if I found out that we have to find out for every number what is the minimum row it's present and what is the maximum row it's present. So I'll tell you. Let's assume that 7 is present here and 7 is present here, 7 is present here. I'm just only talking about 7, and 7 is present. Okay, 7 is present here only. Okay, so now what you can do here is, you can iterate over this whole matrix from all the matrix are in this fashion only. What's the standard fashion like this, and whenever you find out 7, you can find out, okay, now I am in 7, I know the coordinates of this point, which is 1, 0. What is this 7 has the minimum? So we will take this 7 as a position, and actually we have to store out what is the minimum column this 7 is present, and what is the maximum column this 7 is present, what is the maximum depth or maximum row this 7 is present, and what is the minimum row this 7 is present. So how, because see, whenever I have found out that 7 is there, I will compare it with the values I have till now. Okay, so what you can see here is, because I have 7 on this on this position, I will show that this is the minimum position of 7 in the row, because there is no 7 before it. This is the maximum position for 7, row position. This is the minimum for column position of 7, and this is the maximum column position for 7. I hope you get all the values. We don't care about the middle ones, but we'll care about this middle one, but we have to store out the maximum distance, because see, if you store out the maximum position of these 7s, then after storing out all these values, what we can do, we can again iterate over the values from left to right like this, in this fashion only. And whenever I see the first 7, I have some options to make a triangle. What is my option is? My first option is, I can make my triangle in this format, because if this is my triangle, I can make a base. If I make a base means that I know that what is the maximum, because see, I have some position of 7. I know what is the maximum possible column at which 7 is present, which is like this. So I can make a line like this, which will be like my height, and then I have two options for my base. I can change this number or I can change this number, because changing both of the extremities will only form a triangle which is maximum, like this, or I can form a triangle like this. I hope you get the point. So because I have maximized this value by storing out the maximum position of 7, what is the maximum column position, because I am not changing this number, I can only change one position. Now I am only manipulating the base. I can only take, I can change this or I can change this. If I change this, Now what is the maximum height I can get? The maximum height I can get is the maximum position of column of 7. Even if 7 is present here also, then also I can take this as a 7, and this is also fine because at all the heights base is same, so the area will remain the same. So I hope you get the intuition. Or you have another option is, if I am taking this as the 7, I will find out so I found out what is the maximum column distance. Now I am finding out what is the maximum row distance. I have to find out for this 7 what is the maximum row, what is the maximum row in which 7 is present. 7 is present here, so I can take this 7 as the final row position, and then I will take for this 7, I will make another point change such that I have to. So in this we are changing the height, as you can see. In this also, now my height is like this. I can change my base like this. I can make my base like this, and this is my height. So you have two options for every 7. You can either go in the row wise direction, find out the maximum row difference you can get from this position. What is the maximum row position you can get? Because we are storing out for every index, we have stored what is the maximum position of the row this 7 is seen, and also the above, the minimum and the maximum, and thus we can get for both the directions, above and down, what is the maximum height I can get. And for the base, what I can do here is, I can say that okay, if my 7 is here, I have two options. Either I can make this as a base like this, or I can make this as a base. So if you draw out these test cases, it will become more clear, but I have drawn out this example such that you will understand that how a triangle is formed. For a given base and if a given height, whatever is the position, everything has the same area. So I can shift this out even. So as you can see, if I have some given base, so whatever triangle we draw, if the height of all of the triangles is same, then all of them will have the same area, and that's what we are doing. So we are just finding out the maximum and minimum position in the height and the column wise of every number, and whenever I find out some number, like as you can see, I find out 7 here, then I will find out that okay, for this 7, what is the maximum row I can get down and up such that it can become the height. And for the base, because my one point of this 7, I am assuming that for the triangle I am forming, this is one edge. So for this to be one edge, I find out the maximum row position. So this is the second point. The third position will be, because I want to make parallel to one of the edge, like one of the board sides, I can make like this, or I can make like this. So that if I take this point, then this is the maximum to the left, and I can form a triangle like this. Or if I take this 7, then I can take this point and I can form a triangle like this. I hope you get the intuition. So I'll take down to the code part now. This code is also very similar to the editorial code, but I hope you understand the logic part. So this is the input of the strings, and this is the answer for storing out the answer areas for all the digits from 0 till 9. This is the minimum row for every digit. So we have to find out for every digit what is the minimum row position it is found. So maybe 6 is found at the minimum of second row, it is found in the minimum, in 10th row it is found at the maximum. So we are finding out the row and column minimum and maximum for row and column. So we'll iterate it from 0, like for all the array positions, matrix position, and find out what is the minimum position for every row and column. This is also very simple. We just have to set the initial values, because for the row we have to make for the minimum row. So because we have to find out the minimum row, initialize it with the very maximum large number, such that we'll go backward to find out the minimum possible value, and the maximum large value, it can be n, because n minus 1 is the last index. So just go one step ahead, n. And same for minus 1, because we don't take indices. If we take index at this point, then it will be like I'm assuming that my minimum value or the maximum value is 0, but it is not possible. We have to take some outer point. Okay, so you can take it as minus infinity, and this can be as a plus infinity, and find out the maximum minimum point for the position of every number. And then what you can do here is again iterate over the whole matrix, and then we have, which I've told you, I have 4 options. So you can actually do this in this maximum format, or you can write down 4 tests, like 4 options. So 4 options mean by this is for every indices, like if I find out 7 here, I have 4 options. one option is I have to find out the maximum among this position. So if I'm taking like this 7, I have options of taking what is the maximum row position and the maximum column. So what is the maximum row I can get and what is the maximum column I can get. Okay, and this for all of them, what I can do here is for finding out like maximum among all of them, then I can find out that what is the difference between these 2 points and these 2 points, because both of these distance will give you the base length and this will give you the height length. So as you can see, this is actually finding out, this is actually used to find out the height and this is used to find out the base. This is the base and this is the height. You can draw this like this test case and also this is code. I can even make it more clear. So let's assume that I am on the ith coordinate. Then if I find out the maximum row position, so the maximum row column minus my current row column will give you the base length. And I have two options. I can either go to the maximum one from this current length. So as you can see, I have to find out the maximum minus this, that's what can give you the base length, the maximum position minus my current position, or the minimum position, my position minus the minimum position. So my position minus the minimum position or maximum position minus the current position. This will give you the base length and this will give you the height. So height can be my current coordinate minus the board length. Okay, and that's the like so we'll do the same thing for rows and columns. So it's just the same, and then find out the answer. Find out answer for every possible like digit and just output the answers. I hope you get the intuition and the code and the logic of this problem. If you still have any doubts, you can mention it down in the comment box. I'll see you in the next one. Keep coding. Bye.